Hey, what's up guys, welcome back. So I'm going to do the shock install now, and I'll show you a few things you need before you get started. So you're going to need 17 millimeter with an extension, 14 millimeter with an extension, some grease, torque wrench, and a jack. And I'll show you why that is when we get to it. There's probably other things you can use, but this is what I use. Alright, we're going to start off with these guys right here. So make sure that your bike is off the ground. So you can come right here and kind of lift up on the back wheel with your foot and drop that sucker out. So we drop this out of the way. Next we're going to get this one right here. So your wheel's going to basically be free right now. So you might have to wiggle this a little bit, wiggle the wheel, so you can get this to push out. There we go. Now your wheel's just going to sit on the ground because there's nothing attaching it. So the inside one is short, outside one is long. Alright, next we're going to get this top one. And then when you loosen that, be careful because the shock is going to be loose, so it'll drop out a little bit. But it's not going to fall completely to the ground because you have to move the back wheel a little bit. I'll show you that. Hold the shock up a little bit. Press the bolt out. Now your shock's free. So I want to show something. So the top bolt is barely longer. Let me see. Pull this off. So here's the short bottom one. The top one is just a little bit longer, so don't get those mixed up when you're putting it back together. Kind of lift it here, roll it under there. Okay. Go. Shock is out. Alright, let's do a couple measurements here. Spring is like 13 millimeters, and the stock CRF spring is about 10.5. The damper rod is 16 millimeters, and the stock one is like 13.5 maybe. The body is 51 millimeters on the outside. And the stock one is 44 millimeters. Alright, so when you have this off, you want to take the time to clean and grease all of your bolts. And then if you get up in here, you push these in. Careful, don't go too far. There's little needle bearings inside here. So you're going to want to clean that out as best you can, and then pack some grease inside these. They come really dry from the factory. So there and there. And I also put a tiny grease up there. No bearings though. Make sure you're really careful with these. If you push it too far, these little needle bearings can fall out. And you don't want that. So clean it up as best you can. Just get some grease. Push it to the side a little bit. There we go. Just pack it in there. So as far as the stock shock goes, I actually replaced the spring on it, hoping it would make it better. So this is an aftermarket spring for my weight. This is the stock one. You can see the difference. But the shock itself is garbage. Nothing will help it. In case you were thinking about doing that. I mean, you could try it, but it's not good. Put this shock back in there. But what this does is it gets the linkage here at the bottom. You can move it out of the way so you can actually put the shock up inside there. So I'm just going to keep the preload set where it came, and we'll try it out and figure it out from there. I'm not going to change any of the settings right now. So let's put it in. I want to make sure, so this here locks the preload washer. So make sure when you're putting it in that you can access it. You don't want it to be facing the back, because then you're going to have to pull the shock out to adjust your preload. So just something to think about. Again, check for the preload screw. Yeah, that should be good. This one here. So this is where you'll have to lower the back wheel just a little bit to get this to line up with the shock. Let's see. Just do a little bit at a time. Probably right there. Release this. So now what you want to do with this bolt here and this one, you can do both, is torque it to spec. Alright, sorry, my camera overheated. So what I was trying to say is this inside bolt here, you have to torque to spec before you put this one in, because you won't be able to get to it. So don't forget that. And then you can also torque this one to spec as well. So from what I read online, it's about 32.5 foot-pounds on all three of the bolts that we took out. Alright, so now we got to lower the jack a little bit more to get this to match up. So let's try that. Sits a little bit taller. Oh yeah, before I was completely flat foot. Now I'm a little up. That feels awesome. Very cool. See how it rides? Alright, well that's it. It is super hot out here. It's like 95. Mosquitoes everywhere. So if you have any questions on the install, leave it in the comments. I can try to help you out. I don't know a whole lot, but I know a little bit. Try to take it for a ride this weekend and let you guys know how it is. Alright, later.